Hey everybody, this is Barry, and I've got some comments about the CVS Chase project. First of all, I want to thank all of you for your thoughtful comments on WaccoBB as well as showing up at the various public meetings. I think it really made a difference. The recent meeting was for the design only, and the council approved it with a couple of conditions, most notably with the addition of a door on the corner, which can tie the project to downtown. It's also really important because Armstrong developers were really adamant against such a door, so perhaps they'll decide not to do it and remain where they are. The council should be reviewing and codifying their decision at their next meeting. I hope they take a really close look at the design for the door and make sure it's not downplayed but is given its full proper presence. They should also be reviewing signage. I think this is a really important part of the project, and the signs can either be subtle and not too offensive, or they can really be egregious. So I would hope the council would seek comment from the design community about both these important things. Another real important issue is segmentation, which is what the CEQA calls it if a project is brought forth for consideration in a piecemeal process. In this case, it's noted that the parking lot is really oversized for the development. If that's what they want, then that should be specified in the project, and I'd really like to see a condition be added to say that they cannot further develop the project. In the meantime, Helen Chane and the Committee for Small Town Sebastopol have filed a lawsuit to reverse the approval of the project. I think this is also really important. It's based on the several concerns, including that the traffic study did not take the Barlow traffic into consideration. I'll post the full legal brief and how you can support this important action in my comments below. In the meantime, while this is all pending, I think this would be a great time for visible protests to be happening downtown, particularly at the proposed corner, on an ongoing basis. I think this would be a great role for Occupy Sebastopol to take the lead, especially since it involved Chase and another ALEC member, CVS. My hope is that we can really stop this development. Between the combined effects of the requirement for the corner door, the court case, and the protest, I think it may be just enough aggravation to have them stay put where they are. And the council essentially gave them approval to add a drive-through lane at their current location at the Redwood Marketplace. So I think there's a chance here of stopping this. Some people have asked how the Barlow project got approved. The answer to that is that Kathy Austin, who's running for city council this November, positioned that project as a remodel so it wouldn't have to get a mitigated negative declaration and get a traffic study. Clearly it will have a large effect on traffic. On the other hand, it may well add to downtown and the general vitality of town, including generating a lot of sales tax revenue. It looks like a decent project, and hopefully it will be worth the traffic. On the other hand, the CVS Chase project does very little for adding anything to downtown, as both businesses and services are already there, and they bring in large corporations into the heart of downtown. This dilutes our local flavor while completely flying in the face of our global vision. And lastly, I want to point out that elections matter. In the last election, we elected Patrick Slater, who supports the CVS project and said so at the time, instead of Maureen Shea, who was against the project and who also stated it. In the next election, Robert Jacobs and John Eder, I feel, will be much more receptive to our concerns, and I urge you to support them. If you live outside the city limits, you can still support them with your time and financial support. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.